Welcome, guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. We have 8 people online right now. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I just want to be sure you guys can hear me. All right. Um, remember, please, no, do well to share this to your friends and let them come online. Let's get to analyze, go together. Let's demystify this together, right? So, I'll share my screen now. Yeah, I'll share my screen now. I'll share my screen. Don't worry. I'll share my screen now. All right. Can you guys see my screen? So let's see if I can shuffle between my screen and this. So I'll try to join on my phone as well. So I'll see how it's going. All right. Um. So number one thing is what I want to do is try to understand. I'll be touching a little bit of Bitcoin today, a little bit of BTC, right? Please, first thing I want to do also subscribe to the channel so that when when there's a new live stream, you'll be updated, or when I upload a new video, you guys like be updated and all of those things you get. So like I'll just give you like 10 seconds right now to click the subscribe button, and before we delve into the video, right? Yeah, now go there and click the subscribe. Are you done? All right, now let's get into the video. So first one to look at is so I told you it's more like my weekly review. Basically, that's why we have this breakdown, and this week was really good for me for BTC and gold as well. But then I'm gonna like give you a quick breakdown of how the trades went, right? At any point you stop hearing it, please just go to the live chat and comment that, right? Good. So now if you noticed on Bitcoin we had like a crazy dump last week on BTC. And then you ask yourself, and what happened? Like, why is the market like why do we have a crazy dump on BTC? Sorry. So you ask yourself why is BTC why the BTC dump? Is there any technical or fundamental approach towards this? Now you notice that coming, sorry, onto one thing to understand is the fact that the only reason why if you notice most times why gold was buying crazily is the fact that I always say this most times that gold is a safe haven, and most times when all these crypto pairs are like dumping, I have a crazy dump on them. Most times they at least most investors or traders are always pulling out their funds and putting it on gold where they know that okay they are safe and they might not basically lose their money and all of those things you get. That's why we had like a crazy bull move on gold, right? In as much as we have a lot of buyers coming into the market, right? A lot of buyers coming into the market. But guess what? Gold surprised everybody from Wednesday, and you guys are gonna see that. So the first thing I looked out for was the first trade I caught on BTC was this trade. Was a very clean PA price action. I got my entry from 30 minutes time frame and price went nicely. But then I figured out something. From before I figured out a trend line liquidity that I feel like price still needs to what tap. I'm coming. Let me mark it out very well. This was the first target I had. That's why I might say because of this trend line, this trend line liquidity than there to be tagged. I always say most times I look at them very well. Right, as I had my first TP here, and I saw this low as the potential level that price needs to like click as well because around that trend line liquidity is located here. And if you go to a daily time frame, you notice something. I'm coming. Let me see if I can plot it out well. I'm coming. Is it on the week? Yes, you notice this overall trend and liquidity. The price is gently. I'm not saying BTC is heading towards 48K. I'm just saying it is just a an additional bias for me, basically, right? In as much as I'm not going to be long in BTC and building it for a very long time. To just be like short term biases. You get like short term basics, right? So the first trade I caught was that. And then also after we had that, price gave another clean price action. Gave this level on a 1 hour time frame. You could see it very well, like a nice OB. Then before price got there, I wouldn't have taken this price is not engineer liquidity. Right. So before price got there, price engineered liquidity slick, and then price tapped on our PO and then dumped nicely. I just cleared it off. I'll send my MT5. You guys should I probably I don't want to share the bits because the basically I just share just code on the group and all. Right. But then I called this as well. I was expecting price to come back to this level again for another dump, but then it didn't. But then we're good. We're not like forcing price. But then I see this trend and liquidity. I know that okay, price is trying to like we had a break and a retest. Price trying to take out this entire low, right? I'm also on this trade. I took a sell from here expecting this low to get taken out, just a minimal risk. And I could see that one of the major reasons why we had like a bearish move, we had that Kelvin, Kelvin Wash, Fed share that got nominated. He after Trump nominated him, we he had to replace Powell basically, and markets basically fear tighter policy ahead. We had higher real rates, we had less liquidity, and we have lower aggressive rate cuts basically, right? And also you could see that there was crazy exhaustion of buyers. Most people were selling off their BTC. We had even Trump and his family sold off their BTC as well, and all of those things, right? So there were exhaustion of buyers, and also we had more of people dumping, selling off their assets, and all of those things, right? So like that was the major reason. So enough with BTC, and let's get on to gold. What am I saying on gold? Okay, so first I'll give you a run through on our last week went. Use the replay button, and let's let's see. Oh, somebody said yeah, you caught the trade. Oh, nice. Okay, this was from Monday. This was from Monday. Okay, started from Monday. First thing, let me clear this. So I'm gonna explain to you. So starting from Monday, this was Monday. This was when Monday started. This was when Monday started. Yes. So on Monday we had I got funded on my I passed like one of my 50K one of my funded next accounts, but then I was denied the account because this is one thing you need to know on this you need to note guys because I violated one of their ethics rule because they said I cannot log in other people's accounts on my phone. And there's one of my guy that got another accounts where like it was like my account I was like his accountability partner. So I was like helping him to like he said he's like new he's not like really a full trader, but I'm just like accountability for him and all. So they said you cannot have two accounts logged even if it's the investor's password. So that's why I lost the account. I'm just telling you so you guys don't make that same mistake. They have their rules. I probably just didn't notice or read it, but then it is what it is. Go another one, and that same Monday, I passed phase one as well. Basically, I'm gonna get funded next this week. I had to wait for like the trading days. It's crazy, right? To complete it's completed on Friday, so I got my fish, and I'm hopefully gonna pass it this week definitely, right? So yeah, provided I'm still funding about two prop firms. I'm trying to like add more like accounts and also that's basically so on Monday, this was Monday coming, this was Monday open. So on Monday when market opened, I had this level that I wanted to buy from initially. And then after price bought a little bit to this level, we had a crazy sludge towards the downside, right? Which kicked me out at break even. Remember, I told you guys I break even when I'm on up to R. I guess I've shared my what's it called my trading plan with you guys. So I got it at break even. Wasn't really bad one, but then I'm like, okay, I continued observing and I figured out that there was a good level here, which I marked out. I'm always marking out all my levels. Anywhere I put mark this colored, it means that probably I had break even on a particular trade. So now at this level, price reacted from it, was going swiftly, right? And then price came to want a more discounted area, which was this level. which has been mitigated. I don't really know how price got there, but the market makers do their thing, basically. If you go to a 30 minutes time frame from that level, you notice that it's a more discounted PUI that's mitigated by this low already. But price to use that level to like buy up. So this was another break even because price went to that's one thing about my POIs. My POIs, if it's going to get invalidated, price will definitely want to react from it. And if it gives me minimum of if it gives me 2 hour and it's come back to my area, most times always going against me. Probably it's in SL. It's something I've studied with my entries. Right, I'm coming, sorry. It's something I've studied with my entries, and like, okay, that's what price does. That's been like only regular basics, like steady. It has been doing that, you know. And after I got that, after I basically had break even again, I'm like, what's happening right now? Price got started reacting from here. I was able to like get an entry from here, from this level. After price came back to this fair value gap, I was able to get an entry. That one of the reasons I don't mark it out is the fact that it was not like I was not settled when I got the entry. I was probably attending a class and I saw that pair. I'm like, okay, in as much as price has reacted from this level, it was still in the same directional bias, which was still bullish. I got an entry, and then that was on Tuesday when I got that ethic message that I feel that then I got another account, was a 50K Google account. Then once I got it, we just this move towards the upside. I passed phase one. Just this move, right? That's good for you. And I was able to like secure about 10% on my other pro. 10%, yeah, 10% my other pro. And then I started stacking with my small account about 100 bucks or thereabouts. Started stacking, took down to about 800 from here to like all these highs. One thing about good is we already knew that price, you need to understand that price go to 5K. 5K is a very strong psychology level. That's why when price go to 5K, we had all this manipulation and all. It was something that was expected. But in as much as we know that, okay, yes, 5K is like a very strong psychology level, and price definitely meant to make pullbacks and manipulations and all of those stuff. A break out of those pullback will definitely lead to an impulsive move, a crazy impulsive move. That's what I was expecting from here. And maybe add that, I capitalized on it. But I capitalized on it very smartly because I know we are still around that region. We can have a crazy dump at any time. So I was like doing what we call trail stops, whereby when price goes a bit about I'm doing 100 pip, what's it called? 100 pip gap. If price goes 300 pips, I put my SL at 200 pips. If it goes 400, I put, you get that kind of thing. So that at the end of the day, this was eventually when price now hits my SL. That was like in profit. So when price got to this level, my SL was around here. So when price, so I was able to secure about over like 800 pips from this entire move. You guys, you can check it out. Sorry, seems price did about over 1,000 from here, over 2,000, right? So like I was able to get about 900 pips, from this entire move after price. So one thing you do for all time highs like that, and after this manipulation again, I got another entry from here, which was a very slick one. That was on Wednesday, I remember vividly, right? Wednesday. So I got another entry from here. So I got pinned that my that I was trying. I had to do some research of programs that give. Did you pass your account? They give you another live account. But I've gotten 400 with this other move because I caught it as well. You know, price got here. Give another impulsive move. But then I was still very very careful because there might be a dump soon because it's still within the psychological zone region, which was still 5K, 5K, around 5K and all of those things, right? So I did the same thing here. I did use what we call trailing stop, right? Like trailing my stop loss, like I was just trailing it, continue moving it and all, right? And this was in the midnight. I remember vividly. This was like in the midnight, like during Tokyo session when we had this move. When I called my own, like, guys, what's good is happening? Because when I was on this bike, good opened with a gap, but one forex.com would not show you the gap, they'll just show you a candle, you know, showing that like more like a fair value gap, basically, right? So it opened with a gap, and I was like, guy, good is on. So a price just got here. I just knew that something was going to happen when it gets to 5K is a psychology level. Then we now have 5,500, another psychology level like within 5K. It's always very strong. Those levels are strong levels. Like take note of them. They're very, very good levels. That's provided you have like all-time high scenario. When you don't have like support zones or resistance zone that you expect price to reject from, you know. So like I'm out. So I go like 5,450. I just like stepped out, closed my system, and next morning I later saw that we had this crazy dump, like crazy dump of price. And then for me, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do anything that requires buy, only if I have market structure shift confirmation. So I was watching price, and then I saw price took out from a 15 minutes time frame. We had this breakout, then price broke out of this other one to like double break. So for me, that was a confirmation for market structure shift. I'm like, okay, let's see what market's gonna do if I buy from here. So I had this POI set and my alert, and my alert got rang. And price was already around this region already, like was already like away from my POI. I'm like, this is already looking so sketchy. So I just fixed a little, but I had SL it on this one. So like I had like once about three TPs, two break even, and one SL last week, basically, right? I had SL on this one. It was like, oh my guys, I give the trade to ETSO, but mine was really minimal because I just fixed like a little, because price already gave this crazy dump and all. So ever since then, I've been watching price, and what I'm expecting price is to this now. Very simple. I need a directional bias for price. I need a directional POI that price is going to tap on. Then I would go to a lower time frame and look for my entry. What do I mean by that? Now that was the same thing we wrote on last. If you have been following my Telegram, you notice that we had the first directional bias we used was from here, from this level. If you guys have been following me squarely, the first directional PI we used was here. So the first directional PI that will we now we had all these buys, we caught all the buy until price got to took out this high. Then we had another new directional PY from here again. From here again, we rode on this until price took out this high again. We had another directional PY in at this fair value gap again. What I do on the daily is get directional PYs to continue the movement, or either towards my direction, like against me, towards my directional bias, like against me. Get so directional PYs are very, very important. It gives you a track record of where price is heading towards. So that's what I'm expecting. So I'm looking at this OB on a daily. This OB. I feel like price is engineering liquidity right now. So if market can open and price taps on this other block here, I would have a good directional POI. Then I can now wait for what my lower time frame market structure shift to get what I explained here. If I can now look for entries, right? So, but because where price is reacting right from right now, for me, it's not really a very good level. I'm not gonna lie to you. This level is not really a very good level for me. So I cannot use it as a directional POI. I still expect price to like come down here a bit if I can look for good air. But right now, on the lower time frame, price is very, very price is bearish, right? And most times, I always wait for my lower time frame to align with my higher time frame if I can be able to take a trade on gold, basically, right? Um, so that's basically. Let me check 1 week. Okay. I feel like this is a very good level for me. I'm expecting price to get to. So if I can, for me, if I see a sell opportunity to this low, I would not freaking hesitate it. I'm not going to state it, but I'll just be risking 0.5% of my normal risk because it is counter trend trade for me. It's countering my like higher time frame bias. So like if I want to take a sell entry, I'll be looking at levels like this. I'm looking at levels like this. Let me check 1 hour. Okay. Let me check 4 hours. Let me check the 15 minutes. Okay, good. So yeah, we've had like our market structure shift confirmation. Price has taken out this low, took out this low, right? Engineered liquidity is the next PI. So if possible, I'm actually like riding on these sales, um, provided our market open because we had a crazy dump this weekend on BTC. That means a lot of people have taken out there. Now, one thing to understand is that was something that happened. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. During the weekend, we had a crazy dump on BTC. And when markets could open on gold, people already like pulled out their funds and bought gold during the weekend. We had market open on gold. We had gold created a crazy skyrocket. That happened last week and last upper week. And same thing. You see the amount of dump we had on BTC this weekend. There's a possibility market opens with a gap. So you have to observe all those things. So if it opens with a gap, this level becomes invalidated straight up. Do you get? That observation is very important. So don't go there and set this level blindly. Just a level I expect that price should reject from. So if market open with a gap, I'll just continue observing price. Just observing price. Because I don't like where price is coming from. It is not a good directional POI for me. Do you get? So those are things I look out for. 4 hour is not a good directional POI for me. Like where price is coming from, both on a 4 hour, on a daily or a weekly. I don't like the fact that because if it had come to this fair value gap, now it would have been better because that was a fair value gap that broke structure. But this level price coming from, nah, not a good level for me at all. You get? So like for me, it is more like as if price is engineering liquidity. right? For price to like create a final dump and tap on my level, which is a directional POI. I hope you guys are learning something. So, I'm dishing it out basically. So that's basically it. Let's first observe how market opens. That'll give us a good positioning. If I open with a gap, I'm not going to do anything. I'll just keep on observing until I see counter trend, or probably just if I get confirmation that market, if I see this I guess taking out and create like a double break above, I might probably look for more buys. But in as much as I don't really like where my price is coming from, I'll just be taking minimal risk. I won't go in with like full risk basically, right? So that's it for that. Any question before we call it a day? I don't want to spend too much time on this like today's live. Any question, guys? You can ask in the chat session. Any question? Any question, guys? Okay, as seems there's no questions, there's also some none. We'll call it today. Thank you guys for showing up. Let's me go together this week, guys. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right, bye, guys.